How about now? Cool. I don't know why that turned off. I didn't touch that button. No, when I restarted my computer, it shut off my audio. But is this any better? Are we good? Are we anything? Where we at? Am I laggy? I'm not playing Pebbles again. Is there an echo? Seems like we're good. Lagless. I'm good now. Cool. Awesome. Great. Well, now after all that excitement, I'm too tired to do a stream. Good night, everybody. No, I'll do some more stuff. Okay, I already played a song, but that was my slideshow of Pebbles, and we're just gonna move on. I'm just gonna assume everybody is here who was here before, and everybody knows. Everyone knows the deal. So let's do a cozy Q&A. I started with Pebbles, so it transitioned perfectly into a cozy Q&A, and then my laptop had big toddler energy. Thanks everybody for being patient with me. I fired everybody on my team, so and they'll never work in this town again. So yeah, I just went on tour. If anybody has any questions about my UK tour, I'll probably prioritize those because that's what I want to talk about. But if you have just general questions, I can answer those as well. Squirrel Shine wants to know what's the easiest song to play that you've made? Easiest song to play? Be Glad I Love You is pretty easy. It does have a couple of kind of strumming rhythmic changes that can be a little tricky if you're not used to it. Headlights is pretty easy. I wrote that back before I even played guitar, so you know, pretty easy. Yeah, so one of those. I'm trying to think. Go With the Flow is only 3 chords. Deserve Me is it's mostly 2 chords, but I throw a couple in there for good measure. Carried Coin wants to know what's your favorite thing to drink. I pretty much only drink water out of big cups. I've been known to drink milk. Yarn Monster wants to know any culture shocks or weird things you found being in the UK. Well, as anybody, and I doubt there's very many people in this stream because it's very late there, but anybody who is there knows that I learned very quickly that my credit card reader was inadequate, because here in the United States, at least from my experience, the tapping your phone against the little credit card reader is like, people do it here, but it's not the only form of payment. Like if I left the house and I was gonna go buy something, I wouldn't just only have my phone with a credit card thing. But in the UK, what I found was that is what people love to do. And my credit card reader doesn't do the phone tap thing, so the number of people I had to apologize to over the course of 10 days was incredibly high. So that was some culture shock for me. Something I didn't think about, because I was like, hey, I can take cash, I can take card, what else do you need? Nope. You need to take phone card. And it's funny too, because I would say, oh, are you paying with card? And they'd say yes, and then they pull out their phone. I'm like, that's not a card, that's a phone. Yeah, well, I guess we do have several people who are in the UK and just up at like 1 a.m. Not Ross was at the Birmingham show, and it was absolutely great. Awesome. When are you coming back? Maybe a location in Wales next time? Yeah, that'd be great. I'm definitely going to come back. Me and Matt were talking about just making it like an October tradition. That's not a promise, but I would love to. So. Katie App says that my credit card reader confused them, and I'm sorry about that. I've learned for next time. Oh, speaking of Matt. Alright, I guess all of the UK is just awake right now and just hanging out. I miss you, bud. We had a very fun 10 days together. Yesterday we were going to Costco and Trader Joe's with my wife, and I just had Narcissus Cookbook songs on repeat in my car, and my wife Ladybug, she, after like the fourth or fifth one that I put on in a row, and I was just singing along, she was like, "You miss your friend." And I was like, "I do." She's like, you're playing their songs because you miss your friend." And it was true. I was getting just sad and like somber because yeah, it was a really good time. I'm very glad for everybody who was at one of the shows that you came to those shows. Yeah, there's a lot of people awake. Captain Stingray seems to be awake. Katie Aff awake. Matt awake. Do you know how hard it is to make a friend in your 30s? We gotta let the Spotify algorithm make it happen. Nave wants to know, it looks like you have an anniversary show coming up. What can folks expect from those? It's gonna be very fun. So if you've never been to one of our Zoom shows before, I used to do them a lot, and then I had to take about 6 months off because I've been touring. But yeah, it's very fun. It's kind of like this, but a little more music, and people are there live, and so there's not like a big lag. And it's just a very fun time. I'm gonna play through all of the rough draft for the anniversary, and then I'm going to play something maybe a little newer at the end, just to entice you to come. So. Yeah, it's a very good time. I'm sure there's many people who are in this chat who have been to one. If you want to say it's fun, I'd appreciate that. Toku Blaze says there's no way you're 30. You look my age, 23. I am 31. But I have a youthful energy about me because I'm wearing a hat. Fancy Clown, yeah, how do I go to a Zoom show? Do I have to buy a ticket? Yes, tickets are available on my website. It's just $5. And then even if you can't make it at that time, you'll get the recording of it, so you can watch it later. And yeah, like I said, there will be a new song that I'm showing off, just trying out. I was doing this earlier in the year. I think I did 3 of them. I think the second one was actually Too Bad, Too Bath and a Ghost, about 2 months before it came out, so... Gisper is here. Hi, Gisper. I've lost all the questions because Gisper is here and everybody wanted to talk about that. So, but let me tell you some stories of my UK tour. So I landed in Edinburgh last Friday and gave myself about 6 hours between when I landed on the plane and when like the first show started, which turned out fine, but was basically the largest cause of stress for me in the last like 2 months of my life, knowing that I only gave myself 6 hours of time for things to go wrong before a show. So basically, when the plane took off from DC to Edinburgh, I released all the tension that I've been building up in my body since I announced this tour. So, and then I was just happy. So, the first show of the tour was in a record shop in Glasgow, which is very cool. That was very fun. That was like a very cool vibe. Basically, every show is different, as anybody who came to multiple shows will tell you, and this is kind of how I do my shows, is I just book really eclectic venues. Some are kind of standard, some are way out there, and every show kind of has a different personality and different kind of tone and vibe and energy. So, yeah, because the second show was in like a speakeasy inside of a factory, which was cool. There were some good times there. Matt broke a string in the middle of Courtney, and then went on a 4-minute rant while changing his string, which was very, very good. In Birmingham, we played like a kind of a small music venue. That was very fun. London was like a full theater with like a light guy and a sound guy like cueing all the stuff. So that was really fun. And then the second London show was in like it was just in a room. There's no other way to call it. There's a little stage that I could stand on, and then there was like, yeah, that was our highest attended show, was our second London show, and it was just so fun. It was just a blast. And then Leeds was in like a photo studio that had like a bunch of sofas and couches, and people were sitting on the floor, and we were up on this little stage, and that was a good time. And it was the return of the broken string monologues, so that was a good time. And then we ended in Edinburgh at Edinburgh College in a kind of a big like auditorium, and it was just a perfect end to the tour. Yeah, it was really fun. People kept bringing me chocolate, and I tried to bring as much home of it as I could. And I'm working my way through it with Ladybug. But if you brought me some chocolate or snacks or food on the tour, thank you for doing that. Ruben wants to know if we plan to come to mainland Europe at any point. I saw you guys in London too, and it was amazing. Yeah. I don't know. Right now we are, as much as I wish that I could just travel everywhere and just play shows in every city all over the world, there is a realism to it where, if I go to a city and only 3 people show up to come to the show, then I lose money on that, and then I can't pay for things like food and shelter. So I have to kind of prioritize cities where people will come and see us play. And right now the data suggests that US, UK, and Canada are really the only countries right now that could support tours at the moment. And Australia might, if tickets to Australia weren't so expensive, but they're like crazy expensive. So Jams wants to know, what's your favorite British snack you got? I think they were called Hobnobs. Those were pretty good. I really like those a lot. But I tried so many things. I had like this homemade cornflake cake that was like chocolate and really good. Yeah, so. Do I like corner brownies or center brownies? Definitely center brownies. Quentin wants to know, did I go anywhere cool in London? Yeah, me and my dad took the double-decker bus tour around the city. So we went to Buckingham Palace and Regent's Park, and we just kind of rode it around. We only got off a couple of times. We had like most of a day Friday before our show. Saw Big Ben the London Eye, all that good stuff. But yeah, had some food. Went to St. Paul's Cathedral and had a chicken pesto burger. It's very good. Sam wants to know if I'm ever coming to Colorado. I do intend to go to Denver next year to play a show at some point. So. Fancy Clown Animation says I should go on America's Got Talent. I'm doing alright with my laggy streams and my UK tours. It's not doing too bad for me right now, so I'm thinking things are a little more homegrown for me. Yeah. There's a fire truck going by outside. Mars says that London was sticky. In my experience, it was not, but it was also raining on the day I was there. So maybe that had something to do with it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm pretty tired. I've been home for about maybe a day and a half, maybe 2 days. I don't know what day it is. Yeah, I've almost been home for about 48 hours. So I'm just gonna play one more song and then probably go to sleep because I'm very, very sleepy. Fancy Clown Animation wants to know who's the most famous person you have met. I got to meet the lead singers of Marcy Playground, Eve 6, Everclear, and Fountains of Wayne a couple of years ago. Thank you, Concrete Drafts. Appreciate that. And they brought me backstage because the lead singer of Marcy Playground, John, is a fan of Bug Hunter and invited me onto the show. And so I got to go and meet all of them, kind of 1-on-4, I guess. So that was really fun. Have I met anybody more famous than that? No. So y'all want some spooky music is what I'm seeing in the comments. So I could probably provide a little bit of spooky music with this very, very spooky song that would have been good to record and release by Halloween, but I toured all year, so basically my plan for the next 2 months is just to write, record, demo, kind of figure some things out. I got some things in the pipeline, so that's why I don't have any tour dates to plug anymore, which is new for me. I think I've been plugging tour dates for the last 6 months, and now I literally have nothing besides the November 20th Rough Draft anniversary show on Zoom. So anyways, this is a song. Mary Ann found herself in some trouble. She'd never seen a man that stood so tall. The fact he was so sizable made him too recognizable, and that man, he wouldn't stand for that at all. Trevor never punched his ticket early. Dependable to run 5 minutes late. Today he's bound to beat the clock, and that four-way stop seems safe to cross. If only he'd been taught to look both ways. There is nothing you can do. I am coming straight for you. Stevie couldn't breathe if he found himself sinking, and Jenny's lucky penny was his luck. lucky as Lincoln. And Austin got lost and never found his way back. And Nolan trained Janie not to walk on the tracks. Connor got the honor of a statue in the park, a monument to all the monsters lurking in the dark. And some might call it sad, I call it art. There is nothing you can do. Whoa, oh, 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 I am coming straight for you. Wallace, though he heeded every story, he knew that he was smarter than the rest. He saw the world through window blinds. I'm staying here, I'll be just fine, until he felt that tightness in his chest. And death appeared before him, staring gravely, sadder than his average tragic case. This one stayed inside his cage and traded happiness for age. And death was sad and quite enjoys the chase. There is nothing you can do. Whoa, oh, oh, I am coming straight for you. Oh, Jams timed it perfectly. One coin to Jams. I'm giving them away now. Thanks everybody. So that was that. I did want to say that while I don't have any tours to plug, I do have a shirt that if you're into Bug Hunter, we had a UK tour just very recently, as you all know, and this was actually the shirt that we sold on that tour. We have several left over, so if I can just get my graphic here real quick. So it looks like this. So if you wanted to pick up one of these shirts. I'm modeling one right now, so we only have a few. Okay, I can't do that with a straight face. So yeah. Anyways, we only have a few left. So I think we didn't come back with any mediums, but we do have some smalls, larges, extra larges, and double XLs. And once they're gone, they're gone. So yeah, I'm just looking over at my little pile of shirts over there. Those are up on my website now, so you can go grab one of those now. And if you like this shirt, I really like this shirt. I think it's a cool little like subtle. It actually says the name of the band on it, which is kind of rare for a Bug Hunter shirt. But yeah, nothing on the back, just little white bug and Bug Hunter. So, anyways. Buy that shirt. We do have actually another shirt too. That these are the leftovers from our Southeast tour, so we have those as well. A little more expensive because they're full color, but we got some available. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm going to go to bed. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm gonna stay up for another hour and work on a song that I'm working on, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But I don't have the energy to live stream anymore. So thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. I will have no technical difficulties on Sunday when I stream, probably around noon or so, and I will have more energy and play more songs. So if you liked this, you'll love that. Thanks everybody. I will see you on Sunday.